Hello, and welcome to The Content Bite, a podcast for freelancers who use their words to make money. I'm Rachel Smith, a freelance journalist, copywriter, and content producer. I'm also the founder of Rachel's List, a jobs board and community for Australian writers and other creatives.
And I'm Lynn Testoni. I'm a journalist and content writer as well. Rachel and I are your weekly co-hosts, and every week we bring you all kinds of tips, tricks, and some fabulous guests to help you make the most of your freelance business.
I used spreadsheets for 15 years.
Oh my God, did you?
I know. But as my business grew, I grew out of the spreadsheets.
Yes.
And it got harder to sort of keep on top of all my invoicing and quoting and things like that. And Rounded was the accounting software that finally converted me. And it helped simplify my taxes and also just let me take ownership of what goes on in my freelance business. And I love that I've got visibility over my finances, so I can see what's happening with my cash flow and all the other insights that are on the dashboard.
I know, the dashboard is so cool. I love a good pie chart, and I love the whole thing because it makes it so much easier to work it out.
Yeah.
And don't forget, if you're a gold member of Rachel's List, you can save 20% on any annual Rounded plan, even if you're an existing customer. So see the show notes for details. Hey Rach, how are you? We're back. It's great to be back. It's great to be back.
It's weird to be back. We've had a long time off, although we did do our summer series. So
we did a couple of our top ranking podcast episodes, which is really good. It was hard going back through the vaults too, because we did spend a lot of time talking about COVID, and I decided not to revisit that again.
Yeah, wise move.
We don't want to know. But I've been back at my desk for a couple of weeks now, so I'm pretty busy and well into it now. But I think that 2025 is going to be a much busier year for me and most freelancers. Is that what you're seeing?
I just feel like, we were talking to our guest about this just offline now, but I'm seeing a lot of really positive energy, actually, really different. And that's really optimistic to see in the group and also on LinkedIn a lot. But I always take a really long holiday at Christmas because I've got a 10-year-old and, I actually don't mind because I like to have a proper brain break. So this is my first day back, believe it or not, and I do feel a bit daunted. So I'm looking forward to chatting to our guest today because she is killing it on LinkedIn, and she's going to share her tips about that and about finding clients, which I know a lot of people will be thinking about right now. So why don't I do a quick intro and then we can start chatting.
That'd be great.
Okay, so today we have the fabulous Rebecca Cofrancesco from Marketing Goodness, or the Marketing Goddess, as her clients like to call her. I wonder if she answers the phone that way. She's a content strategist and LinkedIn mentor, and she has 25 plus years of experience up her sleeve, bringing strategy, creativity, and plain talking advice to help businesses find their voice and shine online. She geeks out on helping service business owners to conquer their LinkedIn fears so they can attract more of the right people into their world. And Beck also runs a local business meetup group, the Dockside Business Circle, which we're going to chat to her about as well. It's a small, intimate group of businesswomen who meet each month at a local cafe, and they share plenty of real business talk and lots of advice. So welcome, Beck. We are stoked to have you.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm stoked to be here. What a privilege. Thank you.
It's lovely. It's lovely
great to have you.
I know you've been freelancing for a while, Beck. Do you want to talk about your writing journey and why you transitioned to freelancing?
Yeah, look, I am your typical corporate escapee.
Yes.
So,
love it.
I worked in corporate for, over 20 years, a lot in the financial services space and tech space. And I was lucky enough to get a redundancy, and I ran with it and saw it as a chance to do something else. The thought of waking up in another 20 years, still doing the same kind of thing, just a different product, a different service, a new CEO, all of that just made me want to stab myself in the eye, to be fair.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Well, I'm coming up to 10 years. So I decided working for myself wasn't a long-held dream. I'd never really thought about it. So when this redundancy came up, of course, you kind of question what's next. Do I want to still stay here? Where am I going to be? What do I want to be when I grow up? You don't really know. So I took a chance. But, you know, and when I say chance, it was more of a calculated chance or risk, you know, because I was like, okay, I'm a financial services nerd, right? So money is important, understanding where all that's going. So I had a good buffer, right? So I was smart about starting. I had a buffer. I was like, okay, I've already got 20 plus experience up my sleeve. Like, I know what I should be doing. But what I didn't factor in is that being an employee and a freelancer is a total different mind game.
It is.
So,
It
oh
is.
my gosh, I was, you know, a healthy dose of optimism, right? I'm definitely a glass half full type person, but man, I was green.
Which is probably good because that means you made the decision.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
You know, I had no clue. Like, I'm the product all of a sudden. What the hell? I don't know how to be, what to do. You know, I didn't know. Like, it took me over a year to put my face on socials, even though I know better.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a marketer, comms person, always saying to my clients, got to put your face out there. People want to see who you are. And I was petrified of anyone seeing, you know, like, what are other people going to think? Like, who cares? But at the time, it was like such a big thing that, it was a real struggle at the beginning. But I'm glad I did it. So I'm coming up to 10 years now. So,
and your face is out there all the time.
Yes, it is.
Getting picked up by the LinkedIn news team. Every time you pop up in the newsletter, I'm like, oh, Beck got another video. So we're going to talk about that.
It's quite funny because I'm not, even though you would say I'm, you know, a natural, probably more extroverted than introverted, I'm not the front and center person usually. You know, I'm the hype girl. I'll cheer you up. You know, I'm the one pushing everyone else to do crazy things or get out there. But usually I can sort of slide under the radar a little bit.
Yeah. That's me too. That's what I want to do.
But, you know, we have to do what we have to do, right?
Well, I know I'm really choosy with the LinkedIn newsletters that I read, but your one, Beyond the Feed, is so good. And I always learn something from it. You might have noticed that I'm commenting on pretty much every one. But I know it's fairly new. So tell us about why you decided to start it and how it's been working for you.
Yeah, I love that. And thank you, Rach. You and my mum. No, just kidding. No, I made a promise to myself that I was going to start a LinkedIn newsletter last year. And in typical freelance style, I launched it on the 30th of November because that was my imposed deadline. So I didn't even launch it properly. So this is what not to do. Don't do it on a Friday afternoon to hit your own little deadlines. Launch it because I was just thinking it'll just slip under the radar. I just need to set it up. I need to put the framework in. And the next minute, I've got lots of followers. So I've already doubled my email list subscriber so I've got 400 people subscribed to my email list without really promotion.
Wow, that's exciting.
Is that subscribe to the newsletter on LinkedIn or to your separate external list?
I subscribe to the newsletter on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You know, it's not hard to double my newsletter subscribers. I'm, again, the freelancer or the plumber with a leaky tap. I haven't really focused on growing my list, but I'm excited to really double down on email this year because I think it's one of the channels we kind of own or have control over.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, I have thoughts about building your service offers and the newsletter on LinkedIn on a platform you don't own, but I'm trying it out. See, I see LinkedIn most of the time as one big old experiment.
Yeah.
So my clients are always asking me, does LinkedIn newsletters work? And so I started it with the view of what better way to find out than give it a go myself, right? I'm a content writer. It's easy to write content for us. That's our competitive advantage over the bunch of other people's. We can put words together. We can come up with something interesting and hopefully we're thinking of our audience.
Yeah.
But my thing is with LinkedIn is that it should be about building reputation and showcasing expertise. And I'm mindful that my audience on here is different, more corporate than my email subscriber list.
Yeah.
So it's a very different kind of market.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to get a lot of clients from LinkedIn. Is that true? Is because you're getting that visibility? And also, I think you spend a bit of time debunking LinkedIn and showing them how to make it work. How does that work?
Yeah, so I would say that I've really grown my client list off the back of LinkedIn. About I think it was pre-COVID. So was that 3 or 4 years ago
Wow.
now? I lost track of time, but
5.
I just, 5?
Oh my God.
No way is it 5.
Yeah.
My God. But I decided to go hard on LinkedIn, like to go all in on LinkedIn, as my natural thing is I prefer Instagram. It's a bit fun to hang out on Instagram, but really my clients were still coming from LinkedIn. So I was like, I'm going to focus on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
dabble on Instagram to play so I know what's happening in that space. But really, LinkedIn is where my customers are. So LinkedIn is like people have budgets, people are employed, they're not haggling over $100 here or there. They
Yeah.
kind of understand the marketing process also, where they're
Mm.
like, they've asked for your help and they're happy to go through the workshops or the guidance, or, you know, take your advice because they're paying for you and they want to, you know, they've got their objectives and they want to do better in their work. So it kind of works there. But when I decided to go all in, I wanted to do it in a way that worked for me. Even though it might seem like I don't want to hang out there all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend my life creating content for this dopamine hit of someone liking my post or commenting, you know. And early on in the piece, I did like a strategic, you know, I think I did 90 days of posting every day.
Yeah. Wow.
Right?
That's a
Where I was
commitment.
like,
It's hardcore.
I'm going all in, but I'm going to act it. And to me, that kind of intensity is not sustainable, right?
No.
It might be sustainable for a launch. You might want to put that same amount of effort in. But my goal at the time was to kickstart the algorithm so that my posts would start being seen in the feeds, and
Yeah.
then I would start getting more connections. So it was to
Yeah.
grow, get more connections and to, you know, be a bit more visible. So, but now, because, you know, this is my 10th year and I'm not trying to feed a team, I
Yeah.
can easily kind of cruise on 2 posts a week, you know, and they're not overtly salesy or client grubbing, because I've got enough clients on my roster, but I want to be thought of when there's a referral.
Yeah. So it's about keeping your sort of profiling.
Visibility and
Yeah.
profile, and, you know, so even an opportunity like this, like an opportunity to go on a podcast, it's great. But
Yeah.
you would have forgotten about me if I wasn't front and center in your LinkedIn feed, you know?
Exactly. One of the
Yeah.
things that put you on our radar, even though we both know you and have met you, was LinkedIn posts and stuff. We commented, and that's often where I find podcast guests on
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
I'm interested in the 90-day thing. Like, what did you see from that? Did you track the metrics on how much it grew and what was actually happening there?
No, I don't have the official numbers, but I do remember I did grow my follower list by about 500 straight away.
Wow.
And my reach, obviously, because you get those weekly reports where you can see how far your content is going. And 5 years ago, LinkedIn reach was ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
it's still so much better than every other platform out there, but the reach was just crazy. So, like, some posts you'd go, well, I think I was averaging 3,000 to 5,000 views a post.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even on the everyday.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there'd be a crazy one that might get 10,000 or 12,000, you know.
Yeah.
And the one post that I did is just a bit of a funny post, got 100,000
Wow.
views, and it was my cousin's dog. Because it was a Friday afternoon, I went to see my cousin and she said, would you like a rosé? And I said, why, of course, I would love a rosé. Thank you. Right. And she put it on the kitchen counter. And before I could grab it, her dog, which is a beautiful, beautiful golden retriever, jumped up, paws either side, like he was about to join in on the wine. So I quickly snapped him. And I shared it and said, cheers, guys. Happy Friday. We made it.
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
100,000 stupid views or something. And you're like, zero strategy.
It's always the things you don't think will be anything that people love, isn't it?
I
And
just
it's
thought it was
faces.
funny.
Yeah.
The dog drinking rosé. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hilarious. Well, let's go back to your newsletter just for a minute, because I'm pretty sure I asked you this question on one of your newsletters about whether you could bring a newsletter in from outside, like the wrap up, and put it on LinkedIn, because it's something that my team is constantly trying to get me to do. And they've even set it up for me to do it. And I just haven't done it or don't want to do it for whatever reason. But should those kinds of big newsletters that have a big following externally to LinkedIn be replicated on LinkedIn as well, or be totally different?
I'm going to be really annoying and give that answer that you probably give to your clients too. It
Yeah.
depends,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? It depends on your strategy. And, you know, in my mind, at a minimum, they need to be aligned because you're still talking the same talk, you've got the same expertise. So at a minimum, they should be closely aligned. But in my case, I decided that I wanted them to be different because I have my marketing snack newsletter that goes out, and it's mainly small businesses on that list.
Yeah.
Or self-employed, or, you know, smaller business owners, not the full corporate client crowd.
Yeah.
Where I thought, well, that's a slightly different audience. So I was like, I want to grow my email list too. So I'm going to be strategic in this year. I'm in the process of planning out the next kind of 12 months of how the email should look. And it's about creating offers and driving people up to my list. Right.
Yeah.
So I think, again, for that reason of what if LinkedIn newsletters get taken away next week?
Yeah.
You don't actually get. So I was also curious, do you see your subscriber list? You don't actually get their details. Right?
Yeah.
But you get an email saying I'm in your inbox anyway, right?
Yeah.
You've got an email from LinkedIn saying your newsletter's been released. And yeah, I just thought the nuances between the audiences was great enough to have totally different content. And it's not to say that I won't cross over. Like, I think it will be smart to stick to the same theme.
Yeah.
So it might be that my intro in my marketing snack email is more personal. It's more the stories, the relatable, here's what's happening in freelance life or small business life, where the LinkedIn newsletter is more around, you know, what's going on in the business world and where should you be spending your energy, or where do you need help, and that kind of tone. But the blogs, I could write a blog if I stick to the same theme, I could write one blog that can be released in both.
Yeah.
You know, but the context or the tips or you know, I do love to give a good tip, you know, but if it's paired with an insight. So sometimes my personal emails, people just like that, do these three things.
Yeah.
They're a corporate crowd, more want to know why. So if they wanted to adopt that idea, they've got the rationale behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Where a small business owner can just do it. They don't need to convince anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really, I hadn't thought about it like that, but I suppose, yeah, it would definitely work like that for those two audiences.
Yeah. People want you to help them do their job. On
Yeah.
LinkedIn,
Yeah.
how do I do a better job? That's what they're on. They're in work mode.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you think you've learned some things about LinkedIn since you've done the newsletter, getting that feedback and having the interaction? Have you changed any of your strategy?
Well, it's the beginning of the year, so it's kind of in that reset mode.
Yeah.
But I would say LinkedIn has changed over the last year. It's changed quite a lot in that there's a lot more personal content being showed.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
I often hear people say to me, oh my God, LinkedIn's just like Facebook now. Right? But it so isn't.
Yeah.
It's a carefully curated personal life. Right? I don't know if you've ever seen, there's this funny account on Instagram that pays out LinkedIn Life or something, and they literally find up made up Kid Wednesday, and it's like they find the funniest post, and it cracks me up because I've seen those posts on LinkedIn, and you're like, yeah, sure, your 4-year-old was thinking strategically about how to get that cookie. For sure.
Yeah, like here's this very profound thing that my 8-year-old said to me. Yeah.
Here's what I learned.
Yeah.
Like, please, not everything's a lesson. But, you know, I think LinkedIn has changed in that the personal side of things are coming out. And I think there's two reasons for that. One is all the other social channels are very much all over that, and people want to be entertained.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, in a world of AI, people want to see that you're a real person.
Yeah.
And video. So that's what I've seen with LinkedIn lately. And so I'm trying to get over myself. Like I said, I'm not usually, you know, I have avoided videos for basically 10 years.
I'm with
I can relate.
you know, and now I'm 50 going, my God, imposter syndrome. What is it? You know, young people go on video, you know, and I'm not saying I'm old, but it's that just perception that imposter syndrome, that random voice in your head saying, what, nobody wants to see your face on video. Like, just stick to your writing. That's what you're good at. And I'm really pushing myself out of my comfort zone. So video is going to be huge. I've spoken to LinkedIn editors. I'm part of a LinkedIn creators group, and they are pushing video hard. You know, and they're looking for videos that are the same vertical orientation as TikTok and stories and reels.
Oh, okay.
And there's, on your mobile app, they've actually introduced a video feed tab. So I don't know if you've noticed that on the app.
I haven't noticed it. I hardly ever look at LinkedIn on the phone.
Yeah, okay. So the app has slightly different features sometimes. So it's got a video feed. And at the moment, a lot of the videos on there are very American. And they're highly produced. Like, they're still in that style, the vertical style, but they're very, here's three things, and they've got all the graphics happening, and they've got, you know,
they've been done by agencies.
Are you saying like the weird, scrappy videos that we could potentially do as freelancers might get some attention because they're so different and not polished?
Yes. So I asked the question to one of the editors. I said, oh, look, because she showed me the feed had been released, and I was like, oh, that looks great. And I said, I've just gone through. I said, they're all very polished and like they're very produced. I go, is that what you're looking for? And it was a resounding no. She said it will be a blend of both, right? So obviously you can't do a crap video. Right? But if you're talking about something that's helpful, engaging, they like the kind of tips, or give me something that I can action, or give me some insight, they're the types of videos and type of content that are working. Like, my videos, I'm trying, but I'm a one-take wonder.
I was going to ask you how many takes.
No, I'm a one-take wonder, because if I look at it again, I'm going to delete it and I'll never post anything. So I'm a bit of, you know, as my younger sister loves to share with me, that I say quite frequently, or that I've got this video voice or whatever that is. And I said, well, you know what, if I have a video voice, that's good, because if everyone talked the same way like this, it'd be really boring watching a video if we all just talk like that the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I have never put my face on a video on LinkedIn.
Okay, there's your challenge, right?
I've done Instagram.
2025.
Oh, that's really full on. It just wouldn't even occur to me to do it. It's
I
quite
don't do it
nerve-wracking.
live. I haven't done a live. Like, so that would be, I'd be happy to collaborate with anyone who wants to do a live, because I've never done a live. So I'd be happy to do a live. But I don't mind doing I just quickly hold my camera up and, you know, as high as I can, so that my face isn't here. And just one take. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. And, you know, we ditch the intros, no more intros ever. That can be in your graphics. If you really want to produce it, you can log into Canva and put an overlay. I don't even bother. LinkedIn has auto captions. So I can upload my video, turn on the auto captions, and there's like, it takes a little while, but I can edit them. So at some point it will say your video's uploaded, the captions are done. If you want to edit them, click here.
Okay.
So if they get it wrong.
So interesting. So interesting.
It's a challenge. Oh gosh.
That's your challenge, Rach. It's on. I want to see one. If I've done it and it's like, it's not, the first one is scary, but you know, I just made fun of the first one too. I'm like, this is my first video. I've been told I've got to do video. So here I am.
I'll have to loop you in and go.
I literally just made fun of myself. It's like, I'm so nervous to do this. I feel ridiculous. But here we go. We've got to start somewhere. And by showing that you start somewhere, maybe it gives somebody else confidence or the courage to start as well, because they go, oh, she's doing it, I can do it.
Which kind of brings me to something that you do for clients, which is the LinkedIn strategy sessions, and you're teaching them, you know, how to show up on LinkedIn. So how big a part of your business are they, and what does it involve, like if someone hires you for that sort of thing?
Oh, yeah, because my background is very much in strategy and content creation, I have what I call the LinkedIn game plan, and it's probably about 30% of my work. last time I looked, it was about 30%, and the rest is like strategy or coaching.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then copywriting, which used to be flipped,
Yeah.
I think. But copywriting is now, last year it was only 10% of my revenue.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
So copywriting falls off the back of my strategy. So usually I will present a strategy for a client and they'll go, oh, can you help us write it? Can you write our website copy for us? Can you help us with this? Or we've got a pitch coming up, a presentation. So the copywriting kind of falls off the strategy
Yeah.
now, which is great.
Mm.
So I love doing strategy. And that's what the game plan is, really. It's a mixture of brand and content strategy, because first you've got to work out, we have like a workshop. First, you've got to work out who are you and what's your brand perception that you're trying to convey?
Mm.
Who do you want to talk to? Who you're trying to influence? Then we work out, well, how do we present that online? So your LinkedIn profiles, either your personal and company pages, are the foundation of your success, because everybody goes checks them out.
Yeah.
You know, if you Google your business name, your website will come up first, LinkedIn will come up second.
Yeah.
So you might as well create the story you want.
Yeah.
And this audience, a lot of freelancers here. So I'm going to say, if you have a company name, claim your company page, even if you don't post on there.
Yeah.
Claim it so that when you say, I work for this company, it's not the grey avatar business building block.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good tip.
Right, because it gives you legitimacy as a business.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I haven't done that actually, but I will. Yeah.
Haven't you?
No, because I sort of trade under my own name, and so it all goes on my main profile.
Yeah.
But yeah, the website is RS Copy Content, so I could claim that. It's got a logo and everything, so I should claim that kind of.
For sure. Because then that's another place for them to click through, right?
Yeah.
So as a freelancer, we don't use LinkedIn the same way employed people use LinkedIn, because we're not looking for another job.
Yeah.
No.
We're looking to sell our services. So I say look at your LinkedIn profile, both your company and personal page, as a sales book, like your homepage on your website.
Yeah.
Help people get into your world. What do you do? What are you about? How can I work with you, kind of thing.
It's so true that you say that, because someone said to me recently, it's so interesting looking at your profile as opposed to someone who's perm, because you use it like a portfolio of the gigs that you've done and the clients that you've got.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know,
instead of all the jobs you've worked at.
Yeah, it evolves that way, doesn't it? Because after 20 years freelancing, there's no point putting on, I once worked at Bauer Media as a sub for, you know.
And I always joke, like, how do you know if your LinkedIn profile is not set up right? It means you're still getting job offers from recruiters.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, unless you want job offers from recruiters. Some people, I know there's a lot of people talking about, you know, do I go back to part-time or, you know, get some buffers up? But yeah, unless you want that, to me, I go, well, I'm failing as saying that I'm a freelancer and do project work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If recruiters are finding me and saying, hey,
want this job,
we want to hire you.
Yeah.
You know, but I answer to the recruiters all the time. I just go, thanks, really great offer. You know, I only do, you know, freelance kind of work now. But I said, but if you're having trouble hiring someone, I'm happy to do some filling work.
Yeah. It's a smart way to approach them.
I've actually got 2 gigs from that, which is
that's interesting. I get a lot of people trying to sell their services to me as an agency owner. So that's interesting. Yeah, I have to think about that. Yeah.
I know there's a lot of smart people on Rachel's list who use the jobs board as a way to do that. Like they might go to them and say, look, I'm not in the market for this role, but if you need someone while
in
you're
the meantime.
Yeah. And I see those come through, those kinds of applications come through sometimes, and I always think, wonder if they picked up anything from that. Yeah.
You never know. Some people just like putting people on file, or you might have that in your back of your mind. Like if I come across someone who I think is excellent, sometimes I file their information because if I work with another client who needs someone like you, I just go into, I can't remember off the top of my head sometimes. So I just go back to that folder and go, who's that person again? Oh yeah, that's right, they do that. Excellent. Let me introduce you.
And you have that great 7-day profile challenge, LinkedIn profile challenge. Do you want to tell us about that and how that works?
Yeah, so that was me last year, Beck.
2024.
Last year, Beck, going, I should grow my email list. And look, it's super simple. It's basically a challenge. And I got over 100, I think 110 people have done that challenge, which for very limited promotion, as in I launched it and then just had the link on my website. I think it's all right. But yeah, you should, don't do what marketer does. Do actually market your services and offers. That's a really smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But, we all get busy with client work and we're doing, there's so much we know we could be doing.
Oh, yeah.
But it's prioritizing, well, what can we realistically do? So,
and if you're really busy, some of this isn't important. If you've got enough work, it's more, yes, if it's starting to slow down, you see your pipeline drying up a bit, that's when you need to do it.
Yeah. And like, what's good about a challenge is that people get a lot of value from it as well. So it's also for people who may not want to pay for a full LinkedIn strategy, but know they need to set up their own profile. And they either go through that challenge and say, oh, thank you, that was so helpful, like I've done it. Like, now's a perfect time of year to do it. And they're like, oh, that's so good, I didn't realize I had things on there, jobs are not relevant anymore, and my profile's so out of date. It's a good reminder. Just every year I say LinkedIn profiles are never a set and forget thing. As freelancers, we've got control, we've got the keys to the publishing house. So we can update it anytime, any new offer, change your mind. I don't want to do that service anymore. Take it down.
I think people forget sometimes that basically any social media or anything online can be changed easily, fast, immediately. I'm famous for my redundancy scones. People come over and have scones if they've been made, they've been made redundant and everything. And I'm always horrified. And one of the things I talk to people about is how to pimp their LinkedIn and everything. It's amazing how many people, even after being made redundant, haven't gone in and updated their LinkedIn, or they haven't updated it for 10 or 12 years. And it's not that it's hugely hard. It's pretty easy just to go in every now and again and check that it's still accurate.
Because I think when you're employed, you don't feel that you need LinkedIn, because the misconception is that LinkedIn is just for job seekers.
Yes.
Right. But it's not. It started that way, but it's evolved like so much. And I remember as an employee, and you were like on there by stealth, because you were thinking, oh God, if my boss sees me, maybe he'll think I'm looking for a new job. And and so you had to really be stealth. But at the time, I remember thinking, wow, great education and stuff. And there was really great research pieces that as a normal employee couldn't get access to. And all of a sudden, the companies are sharing them on their LinkedIn page. I'm like, this is great research. I love this. I'm learning all these cool things, right? But now that's kind of slowly evolved back into paywalls and ads and things like that. And now people, there's a lot of promotion, there's a lot of thought leadership building. And like, you mentioned before, Lynn, that, magazines are closing. So this is their PR. It's a PR channel in a way also.
Well, I find with a lot of my editors moving around and being made redundant, that being connected with them on LinkedIn is great, because then I'm still connected wherever they resurface, whether it's in another part of the media or if it's backing. A lot of them move to corporate, that's where the money is and that's where the jobs are.
Yeah. So sometimes you have to go where the money is. I think we kind of talked about this a little bit before, that 2024 seems to be a lot of ups and downs between, it's either been ridiculously busy or people have been struggling to find work, to get clients. And LinkedIn is a place where, for me, it's about staying consistent. I'm not hustling hard for clients, but I'm hustling in the fact that, and it's probably driven by fear, because I've seen it and I've seen it everywhere else. I'm old enough to have worked through the GFC. Like, we've got some major things we've worked through in our careers that you kind of know that the people who stay when you're stressed is not the time to be silent. It's not the time to hide. It's when you actually need to get visible, because even if that money doesn't come in right this minute, When somebody has budget, they think of you because you're top of mind. You stayed up.
Yeah.
Like you showed up.
Yeah.
You stayed consistent. That builds trust. Your audience knows what you can do, and they're like, well, they haven't disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because you can all tell people that, you know, if they stop posting and then all of a sudden there's a flurry of kind of desperate posts saying, hire me, hire me, hire me, you're like, oh, something's happened.
Yeah.
Or their client, you know, they've lost a client and they're, you know, scrambling, where I don't ever want to feel desperate to get a client.
Yeah.
So it's a contingency plan for me of, so I have more choice. So I can say, at the moment, I can say yes or no to clients because I'm not desperate for the work.
Yeah.
And I think when you're not so scared and coming from a place of lack, better opportunities come.
Oh, you can pick and choose companies or work that aligns with what you like to do or your own personal values or what you like to charge. It gives you the choice and the options and gives you more control over your career, I think.
Yeah.
Very much so.
And we talked like offline a little bit about this because, you know, last year we saw a real mixture of writers that were struggling. You know, they were either struggling or they were really drowning with work. And I noticed that you just posted on your newsletter about, you know, ways to find clients in 2025. So I'd love to know, what are your favorite ways, you know, kind of to break out of that feast or famine cycle? It sounds like you don't have a lot anymore because you're consistent, but what would be favorite ways for freelancers to try?
If I was starting from scratch again, I would definitely do two things at a minimum.
Yeah.
First one is to do an outreach. Okay, so everyone is scared of selling. We need to not be scared of selling.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are a service business, so we need to tell people what those services are, how we can help them, and how much it will cost them.
Yeah.
And that is okay. It is not dirty. It's not icky. You don't have to be a starving freelancer. It is okay to make money because other people are charging it.
Yeah.
So you might as well get the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would reach out to anyone, basically. So I'd be looking at making a list. Who have I worked with in the past? What businesses do I want to work with? Who is working at a company? Like, so in marketing and comms, we often, people move around companies. Where have they gone? So I'd be looking at a list of friendlies. Where have they gone?
Yeah.
Would they need me?
Yeah.
I would be also reaching out locally. So I think going locally as well, get some local business would also help. But it's about making that list and doing some cold outreach.
Yeah.
And, you know, the ones on LinkedIn could just be as simple as, hey, did you know that I'm working for myself now?
Yeah.
Right? And you go, here's what I'm doing. And I would first ask, did you know? And then start a conversation and then go, hey, I will be looking for work. This is the type of work I can do. If there's anyone that you know or your company needs someone like me, can you keep me in mind? But I don't lead with that.
Yeah.
You lead with the, did you know I'm doing this? And if you get an answer, converse, then at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to establish that relationship first, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second thing I would do was look at collaborations or partnerships. So you don't have an audience, someone else does.
Yeah.
You want to piggyback
Yeah.
or support each other's audience. So yeah, I'd be teaming up with, like, so you're a freelance writer. Say if you were just like a freelance writer, would you hook up with a website developer or a designer? So I like to say, think of where would someone go before you and where would someone go after you?
Yeah.
Because that way you can cross-refer both ways. So you can refer to them, they can refer to you, and it just kind of, you're all in that kind of chain. They're the two things that I would do if I had zero income. And then I would just put offers out.
Yeah.
Again, someone might bite. And if you're desperate for $100 or, you know, whatever the offer is, you just need one to get the momentum.
Yeah.
You know, because once you have momentum, more clients start coming, because then you feel more confident and your conversations are more relaxed and you know what you're doing.
You start to get efficient too. You develop templates, you know what to ask, you know the terminology. Yeah.
And that's actually something that I would say work on. If you have no business right now, or, you know, you're in that lull period of people, you might have some quotes out, people, they're either back this week or next week. Use this time to smarten up your processes. So have a good welcome sequence ready. Have the template so that you look totally professional. So when someone says yes to you, there's no regret
Yeah.
that they've made that you've made a great choice by working with you.
Yeah.
That is important, isn't it? So where do you find most of your clients? Do you find them on LinkedIn?
Yeah, I think it's a real mix. Like I said, a few years ago, a lot of my clients came from LinkedIn. I think I worked out, but now it's fairly evenly split between referrals from clients, local, and then LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
So, but like I said, my strategy has changed with LinkedIn because it's more now. I'm thinking, okay, I want to grow my list. I've got some ambitions to create a bigger marketing shop and release some templates and guides and things like that. So building a list is important now.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Where before I was like, sometimes be like, there's only one of me and I have no desire to run an agency.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I've done all that. I've run teams in corporate. I am quite happy to be the one person lady here doing my thing.
Yes.
And, you know, calling in people, other experts when I need them. I can put together a great project team, but really I'm happy just to do my thing. As long as I have enough, I'm good with that. But if I was hungry,
Yeah.
you know, you would push a little bit differently. So it just depends on what your strategy is.
I noticed that you have tweaked like a lot of your branding, especially on Instagram. Is that like a conscious thing because you want to kind of grow your list and perhaps release some products and that sort of thing?
Yes. So 100%. I did it just before Christmas. Pretty creative. I did a 9.
She's great.
9 grid, right? Because I was like, I don't want to worry about, is this fit for Instagram or I want to focus on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But I also love doing stories and behind the scenes stuff and reels.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, that's where the reach is anyway.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm going to create my 9 grid and I separated it into what do I do? What are the services that I want to work on for 2025? And really it was strategy. Everything starts with a strategy, even copywriting. You need a strategy before you know how to write.
Yeah.
What is the purpose?
Yeah.
So strategy, LinkedIn, and coaching, right? So, and then it was the DIY. So I'm like, that's what I'm going to focus on. So yeah, it was a shift to do the 9 and it looks pretty good, I must say. I'm quite happy with it. I was like, oh, I like that. Never been that organized in my life.
Yeah. It does look really, really cool and it really pops. So what was that process like working with Rowena, wasn't it? Rowena Preddy.
Yeah, no, it was really easy. And look, it probably helped that I had, being a marketer and comms person, we're pretty good at the brief, right?
You know how to write a brief.
Yeah.
I had already worked out the 9 squares and what flow it needed to be in.
Yeah.
And it was just more about, is it more or less text depending on the design? Should we, change things up?
Yeah.
What images do we need to use? So I was probably easier to work with for this one, but she's also fantastic. Like she had lots of great ideas, challenged me on why I wanted things a certain way or where. And yeah, you're like really great in understanding if you're going to have the 9 there, then let's get it working hard for you.
Yeah.
And what I asked from her as well was that the 9, I wanted to be able to, if I wanted to promote something, that I could just have a series of 3.
Yeah.
So when I launch something, the top 3, it becomes a grid of 12.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
So then I can delete it when the launch is over.
Oh, okay.
So you'd only ever have the same 9. Is that what you're aiming for? Okay, that's interesting. And then
so then I never have to do it. So I said, look, I don't want to post over Christmas break. I don't want to do anything. So again, something that had been on my to-do list all year, I get it done in December.
Yeah.
It's still made it, technically.
You made it.
Technically, I made the year. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that, right? We have all these great intentions in January.
Yeah.
But life, business, the world takes over.
Yeah.
Things take precedence.
Yeah.
So it's like, but you know what? At some point we have to say, I need to focus on this because I want to do things differently.
Yeah.
I don't want to have the same year I had last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to be in control. So that's my whole thing. I just want to be able to control what I want to do.
Yeah.
And if I don't put any time into it, guess what? I'm all over the shop.
Yeah.
I'm doing here, there. And guess what happens? Your potential customers are confused because they're not sure, what on earth do you do?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Right. So this 9 grid gives you total permission to not post ever again on there.
So you have a presence and then you can just top it up
Yeah.
with stories and reels, but that,
Yeah.
or stories. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Dockside Business Circle. That's another little project of yours. What made you start it and how does it work?
Well, to be honest, I wanted to just show up to something, but there was nothing in my area. I asked around, is there a local network group? I really want to join something again. Everyone's like, no, you do it, Beck, you do it. And I'm like, no, I just literally I just want to turn up. And they were all more of that B&I style.
Yeah. The 7 a.m. breakfast.
Yeah. But my style is anti B&I in a way. Like not because I think referrals will happen naturally. We don't need a quota.
What's B&I?
Is it the Business Network Institute or something?
Yeah.
They have like different chapters and they meet at 7 a.m. for breakfasts and stuff.
And look, for some people, like if I was starting out again, potentially that could be an option. It's about $2,000 a year to join.
A lot.
So if you like that structured, organized thing, you might love it. Because I know some friends absolutely love it and their chapters are very different to, say, the Sydney CBD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it's less intense, less, so that it's more localized.
Yeah.
So I think you could make it work for you a lot if you found a chapter that you connected with. But personally, it wasn't for me. So next minute, I found myself putting a post out. Again, one post. Does anyone want to join? I've got 13 ladies. We meet, and it didn't start as a women's group, but my lead message was about connection, community.
Yeah.
There's no business card thrusting whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's about sharing business truths and connecting.
Yeah.
And, I've got the most amazing group of ladies who I'm in awe of every month because, it's quite drama free. It's very, very supportive. I watch around the table and I, feel a sense of pride because I look when everyone goes, one of the things we say every week is, how can I help?
Yeah.
Like, is there anything anyone needs? And literally every woman leans in over the table.
Oh, nice.
Because they want to help.
Yeah.
And I love, this is my favorite thing when I see everyone go, like listening to help, not to.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love it. It's really great. And it's, a good way to stay in the community.
So are you the one sort of spearheading all of the things and setting them up and all of that?
Yeah. So I set it up we'd have a 12-month schedule. Last year we did like a guest speaker, either one of us or someone else every session. But this year we've decided to do one on, one off.
Yeah.
So this session is coming up this Thursday and I'm going to run a little bit of a planning session, like setting some intentions for the year. But then February will just be a circle month, we call it, where we're just sharing what are the wins, what's working, what's not, how can we help?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's great.
It's really good. So we've stopped advertising because we think the little group with, of women is so magical.
Yeah.
We don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
So it's like people will find out about it organically and jump in or out. And, because it's about connection. It's not about being a massive money spinner or trying to, make money off it. But I find that, I've pretty much helped everyone in the group at some stage. Other people are working with each other. There's been collaborations. A few people worked in joint offices for a while, shared market stalls. Like it's a real mix of people. So
that's
fabulous.
Well, just be careful because that's how Rachel's list started. It was 3 people at dumplings and then
got crazy.
I know. I did go to a conference last year and they said, what's your favorite thing about this year? And I said, I just love the Dockside Business Circle. Like I'm so proud of it and I just love everything about it and all the connections everybody's making. And they were like, but are you making money of it?
Oh,
And I was like, that's not the purpose.
yeah.
It's like, why not? You've got limiting beliefs over money.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
No, I think that there's so much power in community beyond making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you sort of actually make money incidentally, not as the
Yeah,
primary
you do.
focus.
Correct.
You run your business better, you get support, you troubleshoot, all those things that actually give you money without actually having people pay you at the time. Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
So we all ask all our guests about their favorite tech tips or digital tools that you use, or are there some that you love that you wouldn't be without?
I actually find this a really hard question because I use so many tools for different things.
Yeah.
But the one I use every day is Canva. I think I'm a secret designer at heart, or I could spend all day in Canva just creating random things that never go anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone could have a field day and just go through and go, oh, that's where Beck's head was that day.
Yeah.
And find all these digital downloads.
Mine's the same.
Anyway. Because it kind of de-stresses me. I quite enjoy just
Tinkering.
coming up with new ideas and tinkering around.
Yeah.
And then Rounded, right? So like I said, my money nerd financial services background loves being able to track my money and what's happening, what the forecast is. I love seeing how did I go from last year to this year, and they're the two that I'm in every day.
I think those sort of things are really good when you're running your own business. You don't realize when you've come from corporate the difference, how much people helped you through that and gave you all that support. That's one of the big things when you're running your own business. You've got to work out the money and all the subtle things. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them. So
Didn't you have a little tip for us before you go? It was a video tip or something, because you're trying to encourage people to do more videos. So what was the 50-word tip that you had?
Yeah, so today I posted a video on LinkedIn, and I was just testing whether I needed much of a caption or whether my video would do the heavy lifting. And one of the LinkedIn editors, Kath, commented on my post and said, hey, Beck, I love your videos. Just a pro tip for you. If you use 50 words at a minimum to describe what's in your post and share what the lesson is or the learnings, the LinkedIn algorithm will also favor that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Good.
So I was like, that is an excellent tip. So not only get onto video, but make sure that your caption is decent and describes what your video is about, but also reading between the lines, that means keyword optimized because their AI tools are going to be picking that up.
Fantastic. Sure. Well, Beck, this has been so brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on. Tell our listeners where they can find out more about you, where they can subscribe to your LinkedIn newsletter, your other newsletter, all that jazz.
So easiest way is to pop on over to marketinggoodness.com.au or follow me on LinkedIn. Rebecca Cofrancesco is my official in trouble name over on LinkedIn. And you will see right in my featured items list is the Beyond the Feed newsletter. So share along if you want some more kind of marketing tips, random thoughts, and, what I see going on about the place.
Fantastic.
Very
Thank
useful.
You. We'll put all those links in the show notes. And thank you so much, Beck, for coming on the show this week. And thanks to everyone who's listening and joining us again this is our 6th year, Rach.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
Going into our 6th year. Yeah. And I think we're going to hit, I reckon with this episode, Beck, we're going to hit 100,000 downloads because we're on 99,900 and something at the moment. I can't. Last time I checked, I haven't looked. So you're
get us over the line.
You're going to get us over the line. It's 100,000.
I better share. Erin told me I was her most popular podcast guest of last year. So maybe people are interested in LinkedIn. So maybe I don't know.
They are.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, they all do really well. Anything about LinkedIn, I think people love it. Yeah. So thank you so much. And we'll see everyone again next week.
We will.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks again to our wonderful sponsors, Rounded, easy accounting and invoicing software that helps freelancers run their business with confidence.
And don't forget, if you're a gold member of Rachel's list, You can check your welcome emails for an exclusive discount code on the annual subscription rate. You can also find it in the private Facebook Gold group, or just contact us at hello@rachelslist.com.au.